Good afternoon, and welcome to the Celebrating Excellence Award Ceremony. We are pleased you could join us today as we honor and recognize our peers for their outstanding achievements and contributions to Washington State University and the stakeholders we serve. By fulfilling our mission of creative research and scholarship, WSU has made a profound impact not just here in Washington, but across the globe. WSU's faculty and staff inspire discovery and spark creativity among our students. They encourage and challenge students to reach their highest potential. Their ideas and tireless efforts have turned WSU into a leading research enterprise. Today, we are honored to recognize their achievements. The individuals we honor today have served WSU's mission particularly well. They have excelled in carrying out their duties. They have encouraged and challenged students to reach their highest potential. They have engaged in research that improves lives locally, nationally, and globally, and have demonstrated excellence on a daily basis as they work behind the scenes to ensure the university continues to serve the state's needs well. I want to express my own heartfelt thank you to our honorees. You demonstrate extraordinary commitment to the university's mission and priorities. You rise to the occasion no matter the challenge. You make WSU an exceptional institution. Thank you. A university is a people-intensive operation, and WSU is no different in that regard. What is different is the WSU culture in which Cougs go the extra mile. The examples are numerous from across the WSU system. Our health and safety staff, this last year in particular, done an incredible job of keeping our campuses protected during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's the College of Medicine faculty member taking additional time outside of class to review a particularly challenging concept with a student. In short, it's the faculty and staff who go above and beyond on a regular basis to make WSU a great place to learn, live, and work. It is these kind of efforts that will serve us well as we strive to become one of the top public research universities in the country. To succeed, we must continue to capitalize on our strengths, seize new opportunities, embrace innovation and entrepreneurism, and strive to do better tomorrow than we did today. Today's honorees personify these characteristics. They set a standard of excellence to which we can all aspire. Again, congratulations. I hope you enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate our incredible awardees today. As you watch, I'd like to encourage you to congratulate your friends and colleagues as we honor them. We would like to begin the awards part of our program by recognizing those individuals being promoted to the following: Clinical Associate Professor, Research Associate Professor, Scholarly Associate Professor, and Teaching Associate Professor.
Byron Marlowe, Amanda Murphy, Clea Rome, Suk Jung, Sarah Serra, Cornelia Kirchhoff, Hallie Meredith, Eric Nelson, Donald Allison, Michael Berger, Brenda Grell, Bonnie Hewlett, Martin King, William Lures, Michael Raby, Elijah Coleman, Robin Ebert Mays, Melissa Parkhurst, Sarah Miller, Shamim Raka. Tammy Crawford. Kimberly Holmstrom. Sarah Fincham. Anna Fulton. Sarah Griffith. Lisa Vickers. Jeffrey Clark. Connie Remsburg. Joshua Ramsey. Steve Lampa. Lucretia Quinn Paxson. Lisa Wananan Jones. April Davis. Stephen Austin. Jacob Murray. Carrie Viel. Dave Torek.
Congratulations to you all.
Next, we would like to present the President's Distinguished Teaching Awards for Career Track faculty. This program began in 2013, and it recognizes outstanding faculty contributions in innovative mentoring and teaching, valuing and responding to diversity, and organizing and conducting new courses or revitalizing existing ones. These efforts of those we honor are reflected in their outstanding work in these areas. We have 2 honorees in this award category this year. The first, Rebecca Cooney from the Murrow College of Communication.
Scholarly Associate Professor Rebecca Cooney has more than 26 years of experience as a communication professional. She teaches courses in integrated communication campaigns, user experience design, message strategy development, and digital advertising and public relations. In addition, she's the director of Murrow Online programs and a research associate for the Center of Excellence for Natural Product-Drug Interaction Research. Outside her work at WSU, Rebecca serves as a consultant in learning experience design and effective communication in virtual spaces. Her service to WSU includes peer coaching and serving as a representative on the Global Academic Council and Graduate Studies Committee. She was a Provost Featured Faculty Member and a recipient of the Oaks Award for Innovation in Teaching in 2019. She served as a Scripps Howard Visiting Professor in Social Media in 2015 and received a Planck Center Educator Fellow Award in 2014. Since launching a blog about online education in 2020, scholars nationwide have sought her guidance. In addition to teaching 4 courses each semester, Rebecca serves as a student mentor, meeting with students who eagerly seek her advice and career counseling. These relationships often last after students have left WSU, and her commitment to career-long mentoring sets her apart from many of her peers. Rebecca has made numerous outstanding contributions not only to her students but to her peers inside and outside the Murrow College of Communication. When asked about her work with students, Rebecca notes that instructors have a great responsibility. When you strip back the fundamentals of the job descriptions, what you find is that we are mentors and coaches put in a position to influence, enlighten, and ignite, she said. Rebecca's teaching philosophy is rooted in the belief that students learn best when they're informed, confident, and free to express their ideas. Her professional accomplishments and contributions and her passion for teaching and mentoring are the reasons we've selected Rebecca to receive this award. Rebecca, thanks for your exceptional contributions and the positive influence you've had on students and coworkers. And as always, go Cougs!
Congratulations, Rebecca. Our second awardee is Dave Torek from the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture.
Arguably the best teacher WSU has ever hired is how students describe Dave Torek. Student evaluations of his teaching are consistently among the highest in the college. The teaching assistant professor guides student education in computer-aided design, CAD. A former applications engineer and simulations specialist, Torek redesigned CAD courses and launched the CAD certification program to prepare students for industry challenges. This program helps provide students with an advantage when competing against graduates from other schools. Dave arrives to class early and stays late to answer students' questions and to build relationships. He has high expectation of his students and works to provide support and extra scaffolding to help students rise to these expectations. Dave creates a safe, inclusive learning environment that allows all students to grow and thrive. Dave Torek has been at WSU since 2015. He has spent considerable time mentoring 18 students outside of coursework. His mentorship includes helping students to make significant life changes to be successful, advising them on applications of software beyond coursework, and guiding the leadership of several clubs. Torek has established several student clubs and serves as a college resource to them for all things CAD. His outreach to alumni resulted in a donation of funds and equipment for a new CAD laboratory, doubling computer capacity for students. He has also received grant funding for design and 3D printing equipment for his students. Torek has presented and published his research on CAD teaching. Dave's colleagues recognize his record of excellence, which they attribute to his subject area expertise and industry experience. His dedication to shape the department and its students is unmatched. Congratulations, Dave. Thank you for your passion and commitment in providing an unforgettable learning experience for your students. Above all, thank you for helping to make WSU a better place.
Congratulations, Dave. We are now going to present the Association for Faculty Women Samuel H. Smith Leadership Award. Established in 2000, this award is given to an AFW member whose leadership has helped women in the WSU system and or those who have demonstrated leadership in higher education, the community, or profession at the local, state, regional, national, or international level. This year's honoree is from the Provost's office and in the Department of English, Dr. Mary Wack.
As Vice Provost for Academic Engagement and Student Achievement, Dr. Mary Wack has championed women, undergraduate students, and underrepresented minorities by establishing programs that heighten student engagement and academic success. She spearheaded curriculum and programmatic changes that strive to close achievement gaps and has shaped policies to boost faculty professional development and recast academic support services. Dr. Wack has also mentored others in leadership and served as a powerful role model for women university-wide. Wack founded the Distinguished Scholarships Program, the Office of Undergraduate Research, and first-year programs, which together have enabled thousands of students to engage in high-impact and education-enhancing activities. For more than 2 decades, Wack's vision has helped shepherd the university through leadership transitions, budget crises, accreditation reviews, policy implementations, and governmental shifts in priorities. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, she helped guide the university's transition to remote instruction. She sits on state and regional committees focused on improving higher education outcomes. Dr. Wack's colleagues highlight the many accomplishments she has made for WSU, which have benefited all students and many staff and faculty. Dr. Wack's colleagues especially recognize her being a tremendous role model for women, staff, faculty, and administrators in advancing the role of women in the WSU system. They also commend her for overcoming many obstacles and changes while at WSU, all the while continuing to be an extraordinary leader at the local, system, state, regional, and national levels. As one colleague stated, Dr. Wack's impact has been broad, deep, and in some cases personally profound. Thank you, Dr. Wack, for your many contributions and positive impacts you have had on so many people through your work at WSU. Congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Congratulations, Dr. Wack. Next up is the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award, which recognizes WSU faculty who, through their scholarly and creative work, have made notable contributions to both their fields of research and scholarship and to the public through entrepreneurial endeavors or industrial engagements. This award demonstrates WSU's commitment to fostering a culture that supports research and outreach that will create positive economic and societal impacts through workforce, innovation, or community development. The 2021 Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award is presented to Dr. Joseph Harding from the College of Veterinary Medicine.
Professor Harding is a leader in the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases. He invented novel chemical compounds that he used to manipulate growth factors in cells, changing the way cells behave. One such compound is the first to reverse Alzheimer's disease rather than merely slowing its progression. It is now a promising drug candidate in clinical trials. Harding holds 10 patents. With his colleagues, he launched an award-winning biotechnology company. Joe Harding serves as a reviewer for top journals in his field. He also serves on grant review panels for funding agencies, among them the National Institute of Health and the National Science Foundation. He has authored nearly 200 peer-reviewed publications and contributed chapters to 15 books. He has trained scores of graduate students and postdoctoral fellows and was honored with Washington State University's Newbery Teaching Award for Outstanding Instruction. Joe Harding is the most frequently sought mentor for budding student and faculty entrepreneurs at Washington State University. Today, Dr. Harding is recognized for facilitating the innovative success of others while being a leader and mentor to students, faculty, and its employees. Thank you, Joe, for your incredible work, leadership, and research you've accomplished here at Washington State University. Through your remarkable research, we look forward to seeing the continued impacts you will make locally, nationally, and worldwide. Thank you, and congratulations again on this well-deserved award.
Congratulations, Dr. Harding. It is fitting that as we are here to celebrate the accomplishments of our faculty and staff, that we also remember our emeritus faculty who are the foundation of Washington State University. The Emeritus Society Legacy of Excellence Award recognizes outstanding contributions while in retirement to academia, the university, the community, and mankind. This award is presented to Nicholas Kiesling from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Emeritus Society Legacy of Excellence Award goes to Dr. Nicholas Kiesling, Emeritus Professor in the Department of English of the College of Arts and Sciences. Professor Emeritus Nicholas Kiesling is an internationally recognized scholar of medieval and early modern literature and culture. He came to WSU in 1967, and the university was privileged to have him teaching here for 33 years. For 12 of those years, he was an advisor to most of the Department of English's graduate students. He always had an open-door policy for anyone who needed help or wanted to consult with him. Since his retirement in 2000, he has continued to shed new light on the lives and libraries of 17th century antiquarian and biographer Anthony Wood and the English writer Robert Burton. Kiesling's 2002 work, The Library of Anthony Wood, a catalog of 6,758 items, won praise as, quote, a monumental and exemplary achievement. His annotated edition of Wood's autobiography adds detailed notes and a biography to Wood's own life accounts. More broadly, Kiesling's research has opened new perspectives on books secretly printed by Catholics in England from about 1558 to 1800. His essay on the illegal transfer of some 20,000 such books out of England was awarded the UK Phillips History Essay Award for 2017. Since his retirement, Kiesling has held a visiting appointment at the Université de Haute-Bretagne in Rennes, France, and a Fulbright Senior Scholar appointment in Casablanca, Morocco. He has also been serving the community as a court-appointed special advocate for abused children. Dr. Kiesling's colleagues commend him for producing work of great value and worth throughout his career. As one colleague puts it, Nicholas is a scholar of monumental importance, whose life and works will continue to inform future studies of the historical past. Congratulations and thank you, Nicholas, for all your hard work and efforts as a professor at Washington State University. We continue to wish you the best in your retirement and thank you for your service to WSU.
Congratulations, Nicholas, and thank you for your service to WSU.
We will now recognize faculty who will achieve tenure and are being promoted to Associate Professor and Librarian 3.
Chadwick Miller, Stephen Ficklin, Maren Friesen, Hang Liu, Laura Reeser, Karen Sanguinet, Hyen Tao, Allison White, Aaron Blackwell, Joseph Hedges, Benjamin Ladd, Kevin Moffett, Leslie New, Jonah Piovia Scott, Stephanie Porter, Shannon Tushingham, Yuan Wang, Heather Watts, Dale Willits, Robert Katina, Lois James, Connie Kim In Win Trung, Craig McConnell, Ryan McLaughlin, Roberta O'Connor, Wipawi Winutiyanan, Jingru Sung, Venera Arnau Udova, Julia Day, Shubhanshu Gupta, Min-Kyu Song, John Swenson, Hua Tan, Zhuechen Shang, Talia Anderson, Suzanne Fricky.
Congratulations to all Associate Professors and our Librarian 3s.
Now we present to you the Faculty Diversity Award. The Faculty Diversity Award recognizes distinctive and outstanding teaching, research, or creative work and/or service or outreach by faculty that advance diversity in the university and the communities we serve. Our 2021 Faculty Diversity Awardee is Melissa Parkhurst from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Faculty Diversity Award, Melissa Parkhurst, School of Music, College of Arts and Sciences. Currently an assistant professor career track in the School of Music, Melissa Parkhurst began at WSU in 2014 and has been extremely influential in guiding and informing diversity across the campus and nationally through her efforts in research, teaching, and service. She has brought cultural literacy and awareness to thousands of students across the university. She dismantles stereotypes, replacing them with more accurate understandings of Native and global peoples. Her courses provide ethnically diverse musical experiences with performances and lectures from guest artists and hands-on workshops. This has allowed her students to hear a variety of music while also being able to talk one-on-one with contemporary artists. Students in her world music course have the opportunity to conduct original ethnographic research. Her teaching enables students to think differently about diverse cultures and their roles as global citizens. Melissa's colleagues say that her courses are always fully enrolled and her student evaluations are glowing. In 2019, she was nominated for WSU's Best Online Instructor. Parkhurst's acclaimed book, To Win the Indian Heart, Music at Chemawa Indian School, explains the power of music to connect families, tribes, and communities. Her anthologies of Nez Perce songs, teachings, and essays build understanding of cultural traditions. Central to her work is the concept of personhood, that the people about whom she writes and teaches are complex human beings. Parkhurst also serves as the president-elect for the Association for Faculty Women. Colleagues recognize Melissa for providing members of the WSU community with experiential learning opportunities, mentoring, affirming cultural identities, and providing classroom experiences that help develop self-esteem for her students. Great job, Dr. Parkhurst, and thank you for all your contributions to WSU and helping to make it a great place, not just for other faculty, but for your students whom you have impacted throughout your career. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Melissa. Our next award is given to the Distinguished Faculty Address Presenter. In its 63rd year, the Distinguished Faculty Address is WSU's oldest faculty award. The invitation to deliver the address is extended to a faculty member who demonstrate nationally recognized achievements. This year's presenter will be Dr. Amit Bandapane from the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture.
Amit Bandyopadhyay is a professor in the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering and an affiliate professor in the Elson S. Floyd College of Medicine. Professor Bandyopadhyay has won international recognition for his research in 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, including the prestigious Career Award from the National Science Foundation. He developed 3D printed porous metal coatings for implants to enhance bone healing. In 2019, over 100,000 FDA-approved porous metal implants were manufactured in the U.S. for human use. Bandyopadhyay has also worked with the NASA Kennedy Space Center researchers to 3D print structures with moon rock regolith for space missions to the Moon and Mars. Bandyopadhyay is a member of the Washington State Academy of Sciences and a fellow of 6 other leading scientific societies. He serves on numerous editorial boards of material science journals. He co-edited the textbook Additive Manufacturing, which is used worldwide. He supervised 30 master's and 20 PhD theses. He's published more than 340 technical articles that have been cited over 22,000 times, and he is named as an inventor on 20 issued patents. His students have also received many awards under his mentorship. Bandyopadhyay has given over 150 contributed and invited presentations at symposia, national labs, and in industry. Amit is very active and innovative in his field. His colleagues recognize him for being an outstanding faculty member and feel that he is deserving of this prestigious Distinguished Faculty Address Award. Great job, Amit, and thank you for your hard work, dedication, and research leadership. Congratulations, Professor Amit Bandyopadhyay.
Congratulations, Amit. It's now time for the Saline Faculty Excellence Awards, which encompass 4 different categories: instruction, leadership, outreach and engagement, and research, scholarship, and arts. The Saline Faculty Excellence Awards were first presented in 1983 and are named after benefactors Lee and Jody Saline. They demonstrate the university's high regard for exemplary faculty service. Our first award for instruction is presented to Dr. Carolyn Ross from Connors.
Professor Carolyn Ross combines theory and practice in her course to equip students for professional success. She draws upon her food industry experience and research to share real-world challenges and solutions. Her sensory evaluation of food and wine lecture and lab boasts one of the largest enrollments in the department. Professor Ross keeps the course lively by updating its content with new food examples. Upon finding that the food chemistry lab course frustrated students, Professor Ross updated the curriculum to create a course they now enjoy. She delivered the keynote address at the 2018 United States Agricultural Information Network Conference, describing methods of integrating information literacy principles into the classroom. Students find Professor Ross to be genuinely interested in their well-being. After graduating, they still contact her to seek advice. Under Professor Ross's direction, the WSU Sensory Science Center has earned national recognition. It offers students hands-on experience conducting research, working with industry clients, and participating in sensory evaluation studies. Professor Ross challenges her students to include a potential solution to a problem that invites them to explore more on their own. These real-life situations prepare her students to think broader, find more efficient procedures, and be able to apply the science they've learned to the result. Her commitment to the advancement of food science is transcended only by her engagement with students while at WSU and after they move on. Carolyn, your dedication is inspiring.
Congratulations, Dr. Ross. The Saline Award for Leadership is presented to Dr. Greg Crouch from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Career Track Professor Gregory Crouch's service to WSU has been extensive. In 2020 alone, he served on 10 different university committees, councils, and task forces. He's the Associate Chair for Undergraduate Studies in the Department of Chemistry, and he previously chaired the Academic Affairs Committee and represented the College of Arts and Sciences on the Faculty Senate, serving as Faculty Senate Chair in the 2019 to 2020 academic year. Crouch revamped the Faculty Senate website to facilitate system-wide communication. He embraced Zoom, increasing participation and equity in Senate proceedings. He guided updates to the faculty manual. When COVID-19 struck, Crouch participated in developing online faculty and student surveys to gather information. He also helped modernize instructional delivery and course management. He helped pilot test technologies such as Canvas, which have been adopted system-wide. He has advanced options to help faculty transition to and manage online learning, as well as to help remove barriers to student success. Greg Crouch's contributions to the university have not gone unnoticed. He is recognized repeatedly for the highest degree of professionalism, his adeptness in conflict resolution, and his commitment to the academic mission of WSU. As one colleague stated, Greg's efforts and dedication to WSU are nothing short of selfless and exhaustive. We have benefited tremendously from his leadership and efforts. We are extremely fortunate to have your leadership guiding us as we move forward, Dr. Crouch. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Crouch. The Saline Award for Outreach and Engagement is presented to Dr. Kaimi Sinclair from the College of Nursing.
Associate Professor Kaimi Sinclair works to improve health disparities among underserved minority populations through outreach, engagement, public service, and research. She is the first investigator ever awarded funding from the National Institutes of Health to address obesity and diabetes among American Indian men. She is also the first to engage Native Hawaiian Pacific Islanders in health research in Washington, studies enabled by partnerships with community organizations. She teams with the Spokane Regional Health District to target high rates of diabetes and hypertension among local Marshallese people. She informs her research by conducting health needs assessments at community events and by partnering with community-based organizations to meet the health needs of underserved populations and to increase health equity. Sinclair serves on many national and state boards where she informs policy decisions and advocates for underserved populations. Her work has made WSU a trusted name with minority populations nationwide. She has also served on boards and study groups for research, government, and charitable organizations in Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. Dr. Sinclair is an excellent role model for students at WSU in showing how the drive and caring of a single person can bring needed health equity to underserved groups worldwide. She has blazed a trail for all Cougs to follow in recognizing that what one can do locally can be and needs to be done on an international scale. She is a shining example of what an advocate can do for those who don't have the forum to speak for themselves. Keep on shining, Dr. Sinclair.
Congratulations, Dr. Sinclair. The Saline Award for Research, Scholarship, and Arts is presented to Dr. Hans van Dungen from the College of Medicine.
Professor Hans van Dungen is an internationally recognized researcher and director of WSU's Sleep and Performance Research Center. He maintains a comprehensive research program on human sleep and circadian science and investigates the impact of sleep deficiency on performance, behavior, and health outcomes. His work has increased awareness of the importance of sleep and has led to policy and regulatory changes that improve public health and occupational safety. Van Dungen is an elected member of the Washington State Academy of Sciences and a fellow of the Association of Psychological Science. He is sought nationally and internationally as a keynote speaker and was named an NIH STEM Research Exemplar for professionalism and integrity in research. He has published 150 peer-reviewed articles and holds 2 U.S. patents. Nearly 200 undergraduate, graduate, medical students, postdoctoral fellows, and junior faculty have been trained in his laboratory. Dr. Van Dungen has brought an educational spotlight to a basic need of every human: sleep. His research has made life safer for a multitude of occupations and services, enhancing the lives of countless people. Thank you for the extensive presentation of your impressive work at WSU and with the rest of the world. Generations to come will be healthier, happier, and more efficient because of it.
Congratulations, Hans. We continue our awards presentation with one of WSU's most notable awards, the V. Lane Rawns Award for Distinguished Lifetime Service. Guy Palmer is a person who has had profound influence on the direction and progress of the university throughout his career and has demonstrated great personal and professional commitment to the university and our community.
No university needs 2 Guy Palmers. They need one, and most of them don't have one.
You might not realize is how dedicated he is to excellence, to moving programs and people and students and everyone forward.
WSU is extraordinarily fortunate to have a Guy Palmer.
My area of expertise is really in infectious diseases, which have just fascinated me from when I first entered university.
I've known Guy for over 45 years now. Guy's always had a lot of energy. It's an infectious energy.
He was dedicated, but also ambitious, not in a bad way, but in a good way.
I worked on rabies initially. Here in the United States, we've had tremendous success with controlling rabies. Other parts of the world have not been as fortunate. Again, it's mainly transmitted by dogs to humans. So a lot of our work is to eliminate human deaths due to rabies by the year 2030. I do have a passion for working globally. Part of that probably is just intrinsic to me. I like adventures of all types. My areas have really moved from simply looking at zoonotic infections, those that are transmitted from animals to humans, to looking at some broader public health impacts of infectious diseases. With the current pandemic, I've been very involved with the human health side of it, especially in terms of testing here at Washington State University and also vaccine rollout.
He's very much a face of the health affairs at WSU.
In my view, the Allen School wouldn't have happened without not a Guy Palmer, but the Guy Palmer.
Guy really has been part and parcel of the success of the Allen School. He would be the first to tell you that the start of the School for Global Animal Health was a real partnership between the two of us from the moment that we sat down and almost literally on the back of a napkin outlined what we thought would be a unique approach in veterinary medicine to global health. And it was his enthusiasm, his strive for excellence, his charisma, his leadership qualities that brought a lot of other people on board, including major donors that were instrumental in establishing the Allen School.
The impact that he has had goes far beyond the Allen School and far beyond the veterinary school. He has a respect from people across the country and really across the world, internationally as well.
I'm certainly honored and humbled to receive the Rollins Award for lifetime service to the university. It's really kind of the other way around in many respects, and the university has really provided me the opportunity to be of service. Thank you, Washington State University. Thank you to my colleagues.
Thank you, Dr. Palmer, for all that you have done and continue to do for Washington State University, and congratulations on being awarded this Distinguished Lifetime Service Award.
We will now recognize those faculty being promoted to the rank of professor.
Christopher Benedict, Aaron Carter, Linda Chalker Scott, Brad Gerlach, Tipton Hudson, Annie Jayakaran, Helmut Kirchhoff, Hanwoo Lee, Michael Pumphrey, Bin Yang, W. Puck Brecker, Colin Greer, D. Posey, Candy Robertson, Lynn Schreier, Jennifer Sherman, Ann Cox, Eric Johnson, Judith Morrison, Sarah Ulrich French, Karen Anders, Shelley Fritz, Susan Perkins, Julie Postma, Catherine Van Son, Joshua Newmiller, Jennifer Robinson, Angela Stewart, Megan Wilson, Raylyn Farnsworth, Susan Matthew, Erica Offerdahl, Jennifer Watts, Stacy Hust, Catherine Lee, Anuri Srivastava.
Congratulations to all our newly tenured and promoted faculty. We also have a faculty rank that was created to recognize the exceptional levels of cumulative performance achieved by a small proportion of faculty. The designation of Regents Professor reflects university-wide recognition for these honored faculty members. To be considered for the promotion to Regents Professor, a faculty member must be a tenured full professor or equivalent, have served Washington State University for at least the immediate preceding 7 years, have achieved the highest level of distinction in their academic discipline, and raised the standards of the university through their teaching, scholarship, and public service, and sustained a level of accomplishment that has received national or international recognition. Now, please join me in honoring these professors who have reached Washington State University's highest academic rank. Dr. Daniel Baker, from the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences.
Dr. Daniel Baker is an internationally recognized thought leader and expert in clinical pharmacy and drug information. Daniel has published more than 800 peer-reviewed manuscripts, a volume of work that is unprecedented in his field. He has also authored or co-authored nearly 2,500 drug monographs, each of which is a detailed review of a medication that influences treatment for millions of patients. Dr. Baker directs WSU's Drug Information Center, which answers healthcare providers' complex questions about pharmacotherapy and serves as a training site for our student pharmacists. He has taught thousands of WSU students, equipping them with skills critical to succeed in clinical practice. Dr. Baker has delivered more than 700 invited lectures worldwide, and in 2019 he was honored for his extensive service to the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, or USP, which establishes standards for medications and supplements. He has served as a consultant to the FDA and held numerous leadership positions at WSU. Dr. Baker's colleagues say that he teaches students critical skills that will contribute heavily to their successes in their own clinical practices. Daniel provides high-level training to students, residents, and fellows. They all praise him for being an accomplished scholar, a teacher, and a mentor, irreplaceable at the college and highly valued by his students and colleagues alike. Thank you, my friend Daniel Baker, for your service to the college, the university, and the public. It is the university's honor to promote you to the rank of Regents Professor today.
Congratulations on your promotion to Regents Professor, Dr. Baker. The next awardee promoted to Regents Professor is Maureen Schmitter-Edgecombe from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Professor Maureen Schmitter-Edgecombe stands at the forefront of the field of clinical neuropsychology. Innovative and influential, her work has a profound, real-world impact on the assessment and care of older adults suffering from cognitive impairment. Schmitter-Edgecombe develops interventions that support and extend these individuals' functional independence. Her novel rehabilitation techniques and technologies also reduce caregiver burdens and improve patients' quality of life. Her research, cited thousands of times in scholarly literature, bridges the disciplines of psychology, gerontology, computer science, and engineering. Some of her papers are considered classics in the field. Schmitter-Edgecombe has been named a Fellow of the American Psychological Association and the National Academy of Neuropsychology. She serves on editorial boards of 4 leading neuropsychology journals and has served on program and grant review panels for multiple federal agencies. In 2018, she chaired the National Academy of Neuropsychology Annual Conference. In addition to celebrating her research and scholarship, colleagues praised Schmitter-Edgecombe for building a legacy as a mentor to both undergraduate and especially graduate students. During her time at WSU, she has served as the major professor for over 20 graduate students. Many of her former graduate students have gone on to careers as clinicians, researchers, and academics at top institutions and are now making their own impacts on the field. She has also mentored numerous undergraduates. Letters received from many of her former students attest to the quality of Dr. Schmitter-Edgecombe's mentorship and the impact she has had on their training and careers. Great work, Maureen, and thank you for your service, which has had such an impact on the university as well as your past and present students. We are pleased to present you today with the promotion to Regents Professor.
Congratulations on your promotion to Regents Professor, Dr. Schmitter-Edgecombe.
We will now present the President's Employee Excellence Awards. This program was started in 1990 to honor Washington State University staff members. It recognizes outstanding contributions in productivity, innovative problem solving, positive working relations, and community service. The efforts of those we honor are reflected by the work of WSU employees in every county of our state. The first awardee is Robert Ames, Procurement and Supply Specialist 4 in Purchasing Services.
Bob Ames works in purchasing services. He buys scientific and medical equipment for the entire WSU system. A critical part of the purchasing services leadership team, he has been integral in advancing implementation of Workday and helping staff university-wide learn the new system. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, he ensured that the university's essential purchasing operations continued. He worked long hours to process priority purchases, many directly related to research deadlines and the pandemic response. Bob supports his colleagues as if they were part of his family. He makes people smile when he helps them. Perhaps that is his best trait of all. Bob is known by his coworkers for being professional, dependable, efficient, and hardworking. If he knows of a department's needs, he quickly provides the necessary information, recommendations, and direction to provide outstanding customer service to those in need. His colleagues believe he is a true champion for higher education with a tireless commitment to serving our university. One colleague says he is a pleasure to work with and always willing to help. No matter how busy he is or what project he's trying to get through, he seems to always answer his phone, voicemail, or email in record turnaround time, and he is always happy to help solve the WSU challenge. His work is always done accurately, proficiently, and in a timely manner. Bob's nominators all agree on one thing. Bob is truly the example of Cougar spirit and very deserving of the President's Employee Excellence Award. Thank you, Bob, for all of your hard work, consistently lighting the day with your sense of humor, positive attitude in the workplace, and going above and beyond to help those in need. The university is very lucky to have someone like you as staff. Congratulations, and thank you again for all you do.
Congratulations, Robert. Our second recipient is Meg Autry, Associate Director for Housing and Residence Life.
Meg makes WSU a great place to live, learn, and work. A strategy she developed for building connections among neighbors and campus apartments has been featured at national housing conferences. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Meg conducted countless hours of research and consulted with experts to assemble a plan for safely housing students on campus. She helped residents feel safe and supported. She has compassionately navigated budget cuts to minimize impact on the community. Meg's colleagues will tell you she is committed to the success of WSU, which shows through her work towards maintaining healthy and productive places for students to live and thrive, especially in the past year. Meg is an effective, thoughtful, and decisive leader. She is incredibly knowledgeable and tackles the challenges of her job, from high-level planning and logistics to the often complicated and emotional interpersonal issues of residents' personal lives. Housing issues can range from escalated roommate conflicts, ensuring a family has a place to stay when their apartment was damaged by a fire, missing persons, or finding housing to quarantine students with COVID. She is always looking for ways to better serve the needs of WSU's highly diverse student population and the goals of the institution. Congratulations, and thank you again, Meg, for helping to make WSU a great place. It is people like you who show incredible leadership, maintain a positive attitude, and a genuine care for those around you that make you so deserving of today's award. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, Meg. Our third recipient is Catherine Damon, CFO and Assistant Director in the Department of Veterinary Clinical Sciences.
Kathy Damon manages administrative and human resource services for 250 faculty and staff in the Department of Veterinary Clinical Sciences and the Veterinary Teaching Hospital. She ensures the unit's financial viability, expertly overseeing and managing budgets of over $16 million. Her nominators applaud her extraordinary dedication and productivity, noting that she consistently works late hours, including weekends and holidays, to ensure that every need is met. Kathy helps others build upon their strengths and overcome their weaknesses. She treats everyone with respect and is a trusted confidant for many. She creatively solves problems to help faculty, staff, and students succeed. Kathy is a born leader and motivator. She has an ability to make a tough or bad situation and turn it for the best, including improving the attitude of those directly involved. Countless colleagues attested to the fact that they have never worked with any staff member more dedicated, caring, respected, or well-regarded than Kathy Damon. She is known for always smiling and willing to drop everything to help someone in need. Working in an office with different personalities, interpersonal challenges, and turnover in faculty and staff, Kathy is the go-to person for everyone. She is the shoulder to lean on and listens intently to people. She even helps her many direct reports navigate challenging management situations. Kathy has remained the rock of her department through all the uncertainty, changes, and constant arising needs. The university is honored to present this award to Kathy Damon. It is a strong validation for how important Kathy is to her hospital, her department, the College of Veterinary Medicine, and our university. Congratulations, and thank you, Kathy, for all of your hard work, dedication, and passion for the faculty, staff, and students you impact on a daily basis. What a great example to others, to be known for making people feel valued and maintaining a positive attitude no matter the situation. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Catherine. Our next awardee is Sean Ringo, Director of Occupational Health and Safety and Environmental Health and Safety.
Sean Ringo dedicated extraordinary effort to protect the university community amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. He consulted with faculty and staff on safety strategies and ensured they had protective equipment. He shared policies and guidelines for implementing COVID-19 safety protocols and guided implementation of education and training programs. He supported WSU's contact tracing effort, contacting hundreds of students to provide isolation and quarantine guidance, and assisted with developing WSU's spring 2021 COVID testing plan. During an uncertain and stressful time, Sean provided an unwaveringly high level of customer service. His tireless efforts made the university community more safe and secure. He has been proactive, available, prepared, and responsive to the needs of WSU statewide. One colleague stated, "Sean has gone above and well beyond during a time of constant moving targets, challenging climates, and dynamics of a pandemic that resulted in an environment of trust and confidence that safety is achievable during COVID. Sean has stepped up in response to the pandemic, and the university could not be more grateful to have him here. WSU's safe and secure operations have been built off the base of his hard work. Sean is also known for conducting his work with a sense of humor in a positive and friendly manner with a can-do approach." Congratulations, and thank you, Sean, for all of your efforts, your integrity, and for rising above in such a time of need for a strong leader to keep WSU safe and secure. You have done such amazing work under incredibly challenging circumstances. This alone speaks to the person, colleague, and leader you are here at WSU. When you think about the contributions to the health of the statewide WSU community, Sean is extremely deserving of this award, and we are privileged to honor him today.
Congratulations, Sean. The next awardee we'd like to honor is Jason Sampson, Director of Environmental Services and Environmental Health and Safety.
With a friendly, can-do attitude, Jason Sampson has led university efforts to manage COVID-19 health risks. Jason always conducts his work in a positive and friendly manner, despite the extraordinary workload and the complexity of adapting and responding to all of the unexpected changes of 2020. Even before COVID, Jason always provided prompt and professional health and safety services to the WSU community. He worked extra night and weekend hours to develop COVID-19 training programs, created templates for return to work plans, distributed disinfectants, and identified locations for testing. When students tested positive, Jason delivered support services. In cooperation with the Whitman County Health Department and WSU colleagues, he conducted contact tracing for 1,800 plus positive cases. He evaluated classrooms and workspaces to determine capacity limits and advised on the use of protective gear. In addition, he maintained routine waste management and pollution control operations, work that will substantially reduce WSU's regulatory and utility costs. Jason has improved the environmental health and safety work environment by adapting to the limitations of work schedules, from medical conditions of coworkers, telework, and adjusting work schedules to meet the personal and COVID needs of EHS staff, and at the same time meeting and exceeding the expectations and needs of the WSU community that they serve. Numerous colleagues commend Jason for the many ways he has gone above and beyond in his efforts to keep WSU safe and healthy. He is very deserving of the President's Employee Excellence Award and personifies exactly why this award was created. Congratulations, and thank you, Jason, for being an invaluable resource and asset to this university. We are honored to recognize you today.
Congratulations, Jason. Our next awardee is April Seehafer, Director of Distinguished Scholarships Program in the Division of Academic Engagement and Student Achievement.
April Seehafer has been the driving force behind the success of the university's Distinguished Scholarships Program. Since stepping into her role in 2016, she has transformed WSU into an institution that prepares and graduates students who are competitive for prestigious national and international fellowships and scholarships. She has achieved this by leading students through a process of self-discovery. She helps them to see their own strengths in new ways, giving them confidence to compete on the national and international stage. April collaborates with faculty, staff, alumni, and organizations system-wide to help students successfully compete for awards and career opportunities. April's colleagues would tell you that her approach with each and every student is not about winning, but rather about helping the students to see their own goals and aspiration, to reach for those goals, and recognize the impact of what they are doing to get there. This means that every student she works with is a winner, because each student develops their own path to be the best they can be. That is a true measure of her success and why Ms. Seehafer is so good at what she does. April has spent time building relationships with faculty, staff, alumni, and friends of WSU. Through these relationships, she has provided opportunities for students to make career connections and study at universities abroad. And she has enthusiastic volunteers for helping students with mock interviews and personal statements. April has built incredible relationships with students and alumni that she works with. After only a year of being in her position, she was recognized by ASWSU as Staff Member of the Year. Time and time again, she has gone above and beyond for the students, faculty, and staff that she serves. Thank you, April, for your dedication and commitment to helping students succeed and being the lead force behind such an incredible program. It would not be what it is without you. Your hard work and efforts have not gone unnoticed. Thank you for making such a difference in the lives of so many. And go Cougs!
Congratulations, April. Our final staff awardee is Maria Clara de Souza, Senior Associate Director, Office of International Programs and International Student and Scholar Services.
Maria Clara de Souza, Senior Associate Director, Office of International Programs, International Student and Scholar Services. Maria Clara de Souza administers immigration services for the entire university system. She advises international students and scholars and helps departments hire skilled personnel from all around the world. Maria leverages her policy expertise to resolve complex issues concerning visa regulations. When she assumed her leadership role last April, U.S. immigration policy created challenges, and the COVID-19 pandemic drove employees into a virtual work environment. Against that backdrop, Maria has provided exceptional service to departments, especially related to the complex issues of employment-based visas. Not only is she an active listener, she is an advocate who empowers those around her. Maria's colleagues applaud her for performing her many duties with a positive attitude that is supportive, optimistic, practical, and constructive. She has the ability to see potential issues and address them before they become a problem. A student stated, "She makes WSU a special place for international students and scholars." When asked, her colleagues will tell you efficiency, creativity, dedication, and innovation are just some of Maria's many admirable qualities. She exhibits skillful confidence in all that she does and is critical to the continued success of instructional and research activities of the entire WSU system. Maria takes multitasking to the next level, and with her pleasant "how can I help you" demeanor, Maria contributes to a positive workplace environment by always conducting herself in the most professional manner. Congratulations, and thank you, Maria, for your sincerity, dedication, and passion you apply to your everyday job. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed, and we are pleased to present you with the President's Employee Excellence Award today.
Congratulations, Maria. We conclude our award ceremony with a presentation of an award held with the utmost prestige at Washington State University, the Saline Eminent Faculty Award. The Saline Eminent Faculty Award was first presented in 2001 and is the university's highest faculty honor. A selection committee made up of previous award recipients and distinguished emeriti faculty reviews nominations and forwards a recommendation to the president. The recipient must be a full-time faculty member who served the university for a minimum of 10 years. The recipient must have changed the thinking in his or her field by making significant and lasting contributions through teaching, research, creative scholarship, and service. And the recipient must have contributed notably to the vitality and strength of the Washington State University community. It is my pleasure to introduce the 2021 recipient of the Eminent Faculty Award to Dr. Douglas Call.
My name is Douglas Call. I'm a Regents Professor in the Allen School for Global Health. I'm also a molecular biologist. I wear a lot of different hats. So as my research, we work in antimicrobial resistance, and I like to tell people we do all things antimicrobial resistance. So we kind of do the whole gamut from molecules to landscapes. One of the really exciting things about antimicrobial resistance as a field is that I have the opportunity to work with colleagues on everything from molecular biology to anthropology and sociology. It's just a very rewarding job because of the diversity of people I get to work with and the diversity of topics that actually have a lot of relevance to this problem. I can't think of a better working environment. It's just that simple.
Doug he wears on his sleeve just how, not just so much how much he loves WSU, but how much he wants to help it to be better and to be sort of the best it can be. He's got an international reputation of excellence and of doing excellent work. And so he's a very sought after person. It's truly impressive, but he's a very humble guy, but he's incredibly generous with his time.
Doug Call is chair-elect currently, and then August 16th, he will assume the role as the Faculty Senate Chair. The three words that I would use to describe Doug are, he has great integrity. When he gives you his word, you have it. He's very compassionate, good communicator. I mean, I guess I could go on, so it's more than three words.
My goal is to contribute and to learn more about my institution. If I had a choice and I could say at the end of 10 years and I retire that I could put a finger on this is what my legacy was, I want it to be my contributions to the faculty at Washington State University, because everything flows from there. Well, I can't thank my colleagues and my community enough for this amazing distinction. And again, it wouldn't have happened without all the people who have supported me throughout my career. Go Cougs.
As we conclude this award ceremony, I'd like to thank a few people who helped make the events of this week and today's program possible. A special thanks to the chair of the Academic Showcase Committee, Mary Sanchez-Lanier, the chair of the Showcase Steering Committee, Senior Vice Provost Laura Greiner-Hill, the entire events team under Marketing and Communications for their coordination efforts. A very special thank you to Kanali Rowden and Matt Kawamura from the College of Communication for helping us to put together today's award ceremony. Finally, I'd like to ask you to all join me in giving one last congratulations and thank you for the hard work and dedication of all our newly tenured and promoted faculty and all award recipients, past and present. Congratulations again to each and every one of you. Thank you, and go Cougs!